Spider-Man
Into the Spiderverse. Alright, so we got a special opportunity to see this movie a little early.
Very
With that said, we will not be doing any spoilers in this review. Just so you know, you can continue watching.
No spoilers?
If you haven't seen it, so.
Okay, no spoilers. This movie was awesome. I had a great time watching this movie. It was fun. It was funny. The comedy was really funny. The animation was very different from your typical, Pixar or any type of animation out there. It was almost like really like straight out of the comic book. So I thought that was very interesting, and so
they definitely did that on purpose. Like the animation is very cartoony.
Yeah,
but it's supposed to be. Yeah. It's supposed to look like a comic book, and they do a great job at that. Animations, unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's just really well done, and it makes the movie even more interesting with that.
This movie is so great.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was, there's so many. I love the fact that there's different types of Spider-Man that comes together. I don't think that's a spoiler because you've seen it in...
It's a Spider-Verse.
It's a Spider-Verse, so... well, there are scenes I can't talk about my favorite scene because it will spoil some people, so let's not... I love the character of Miles Morales.
Main character Miles Morales.
Yeah, in this case, he's taking over the mantle of Spider-Man because something happened to the old Spider-Man, and I thought his character was amazing. We get the typical. I like how. Well, listen, the beginning of the movie, they actually made fun of themselves. If you really think about it, they start out with going through all the movies,
iconic scenes from previous Spider-Man movies.
Like from the Raimi Spider-Man, the first, second, and third.
The diner scene, the dancing in the street scene.
It was funny. And I like the development of his character. I like how he became Spider-Man and the struggles that he goes through. There's a similarity between him and Peter Parker, even though the way... It was funny, I thought about this when I came home. The way he became Spider-Man, or the emotion or that caused him to really like focus in becoming Spider-Man was both his uncle died.
I totally agree. Like there's a lot of
that's one of my favorite.
This movie comes from, I feel like it comes from, well, obviously straight out of the comics. There's a lot of references to comics and stuff. It references a lot of that Infinite Runner game on the iPhone. Spider-Man Unlimited.
I never played it, but
I played it forever, and I haven't played it in a long time, but it's really good. So I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking about like the story. I was like, that wasn't much of a story, and then I kind of realized it lacks in story, but makes up for development of the character and creativity in that. So it's not really about the villain, Kingpin, and his whole plot. It's about Miles Morales and him becoming who he really needs to be in that moment.
So the Kingpin was more like of a subplot.
Yeah, exactly. You needed a villain. You needed some kind of wrap up.
I thought Kingpin was awesome in this one. Who was voiced?
Liev Schreiber did a great job voice acting.
One of my other favorite part of this movie is I love the voiceover people, the actors and actors that was in this. You got Nicolas Cage as
he was really funny.
He was funny. What was this Spider-Man?
Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
It's all black and white from the 1930s. He punches Nazis.
And it's so funny, and I love all the interaction between the chemistry between all the spider people, I guess you want to call it, how they came together to work as a team. I thought one of my favorite scenes was, and I don't want to give much away, but it's a very emotional scene, and this is when Peter Parker really tests Miles Morales on becoming Spider-Man, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened, but it is one of the most powerful scenes in that movie. It really made him really think to like, can I really do what Peter Parker does is becoming Spider-Man. So I thought that scene was pretty cool. You'll see it when you see the movie.
And that's kind of the central message of the movie is like anybody can be a hero as long as you have the right intentions, like the will to do it, the will to do good. It plays a huge part in this movie. So
I love the relationship between him and his parents. They were good. Was there anything in this movie that you didn't like or was lacking or something that didn't really work for you?
Like last night on the way home, I was really trying to think of something, and that's when I thought of the story. I was like, oh, that's kind of weak. So then I realized I kind of came to my own realization, like, it's not about the story. It's not about the villain. It's about Miles Morales.
Becoming the true Spider-Man in that verse. So, the only thing I had an issue with this, and it's not like something I'm nitpicking, but it's the animation and stuff, even though I thought it was clever and was original, but there were certain scenes when you look at it, it was really blurry in the background, and you focus on the character who's, spewing dialogues, but in the background it's kind of fuzzy, and it's almost like you're watching in a 3D without the glasses. That bugged me a little bit, but after the movie got going, I just got into it, and then it just kind of disappeared.
Just a creative way to create aperture.
So I think the pacing in this was awesome. The pacing, the jokes were good. Spider Ham,
voiced by John Mulaney, who I love.
I thought he would be a distraction. I thought he would be too of a comedy. Like, it was just kind of like, okay, he's Pork, he's goofy, but it actually works well with the movie. He was actually pretty funny, and it didn't bother me. It worked perfectly, and so.
And everybody kind of got their shining moment. Like, Spider-Man Noir gets his moment. Spider-Ham gets his moment.
I love Nicolas Cage. I thought he was funny.
Forgive me, the Japanese, what was her name? Spider Robot Girl.
I don't know.
Sorry. She got her moment.
Yeah. So. Also, I didn't know this, but Chris Pine was voiced.
There's a good reason why it wasn't marketed as him being in it for.
Well, yeah, I get it, but I was like.
All right. So anything else?
No, I love this movie. I thought as I was talking to Paul, like, if I have to put this movie where it ranks in all the Spider-Man movies. I'm debating to put this at number 1 or number 2 because it is so good to me. I had a lot of fun. I didn't have a lot of problems with the story, with the plot. It was perfect. So as of right now, and I am entitled to change it in the future, I think this is my second best Spider-Man movie of all time.
So, I'm gonna say it's my best.
Oh,
I'm gonna put it above number 2.
You know what? It's there. It's 1A, okay? That's 1B and 1A. I'll put it 1B. This movie is 1B. It's just so good. The action was good as well,
The action was very good.
You can see, and so it's a great movie. So let's.
All right, give it a rating.
I give this high opening night.
Same here. Opening.
Go see this movie. I encourage you all to go see this movie. You will have fun.
You will have fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin and Bean. Later.